Hello and welcome to Tim's BMW Repairs and Information. I love my Z4. It's been a fantastic car for the last couple of years I've had it. 3 litre straight six with a 6-speed box, normally aspirated. It's so fast and nippy. It is just great fun and I love the look of it. I just like the lines of the car and the bright red colour. The only thing I didn't like about the bright red was the fact that you didn't get a bright red headrest or rollover protection is what it's more accurately described as. So what this episode's all about is how to remove these, which isn't easy, and the paint system I used to get this brilliant red and hard as nails 2K clear coat finish. Let's get on with it. Right, we start by removing little rubber bungs which hold this assembly onto the headrest. Now it might be that you don't have these at all. It was an option to have the wind deflector as part of the car, and mine's got the wind deflector, so I get this assembly on both of the covers for the rollover protection. Use a very sharp tool to hoik them out, and then 2 Torx bolts, self-tappers, screw into the internal assembly. Now the 2 halves of it are held together by 8 ball joints, so they've got balls on the silver part and holes in the black part. Now it might be as you try and remove it, the black part comes off before the silver part. Don't worry about that, that's fine. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm levering between the black and the silver part to get those balls disconnected. Now when the car was new it probably came off quite easily, but after 17 years, whatever it was, however old my car is, yeah, they get pretty stuck. And when we eventually finish the job and put it all back together, we'll use some lubricant on those balls to make it a darn sight easier to push them back in. Right, I've got my sticky gloves on, and really it's just a case of sort of manhandling it. Use the trim tool now and again between the black and the silver part. On this one, the front came off easier than the back did, but it doesn't matter which one comes off first. Really, it's just a case of separating the two because they are just joined together. They're not joined to the central part at all. And then give it a good old yank and there you go, it's off. With both the covers off, we now use some 600 grit wet and dry to just roughen up the surface. And in this picture you can see the ball joints that join the front to the back of the cover for the rollover protection. Yep, 600 grit wet and dry. I've got a bucket of water with a small amount of dish soap in it, or washing up liquid. Helps lubricate and keeps the sandpaper moving across it quite nicely. So we're not interested on the inside, but the dish soap also helps get rid of any grease. So if you have any grease on the surface, then the paint isn't going to adhere to it. So yep, a good old scrub on all surfaces to make sure you get some good adhesion when we get round to painting it. Before we start spraying, make sure you read all the instructions on each of the can. Make sure the temperature's warm enough to actually do the painting and get somewhere out of the wind. Obviously wear a mask as well. The primer and body colour aren't too bad, but 2K clear coat is absolutely lethal if you breathe it in. Right, we're ready for the paint stage. I'm using Genelite plastic primer. Even though the paint is still on the surface, don't try and paint these with the body colour without using a primer. It doesn't stick. So I love the Genelite plastic primer. It's so forgiving of my rotten technique of painting anything. And yeah, I usually make a complete pig's ear of it, but with the Genelite primer, the end result looks absolutely fantastic. So really it's just a case of doing all surfaces. I'll do this side from where I am at the moment, then I move around the other side and do the other facets. Don't worry about the Genelite primer putting too much on. It is so forgiving. I don't get any runs or anything like that on there. And we'll do 2 coats. So we'll do this coat and we'll leave it to dry, and then we'll do another coat. And now we'll do the body colour. I've used WLW auto paints for quite a long time. They're excellent, and they're mixed to your car, so that's Melbourne Rot A75, and you also get the year of 2006. The match for colour is always fantastic, and I've used those for the Mora Metallic on the 8 series as well. It's absolutely perfect. Rightio, you have to be a bit more sort of circumspect about the body colour. The primer is very easy and it's very forgiving, but of course body colour isn't so much, so a smooth pass, and don't be tempted to go over it straight away. You're going to need your drying time for each of these. Drying time is only about 10 minutes, so it can be resprayed again. So yeah, same as with the primer, we just go to all facets of it from different directions, give it a good old spray. Yeah, it's a windy day, but between the two open doors, I'm pretty much sheltered here. The only problem I did get is got some beetles on the paint, gave up there, so I've clear the nozzle again and start again. Yep, got a beetle land on it. Just use a pair of tweezers to get him off when it's dry, and no problem at all. Right, second coat of the body colour. Sped up here so you don't have to watch all of it. But yeah, make absolutely sure you cover all areas. Good covering, and it's reasonably shiny. If it goes dull, it's okay once you could put the 2K on, but it's much better to have a sort of mirror shine to it at that point. Next stage is the clear coat. I'm using a MIPA clear coat. I've used it many times. It's absolutely brilliant product, and it is rock hard once it goes off. But I will warn you about 2K clear coat. It is absolutely lethal if you breathe the stuff in. Normally you need a respirator to use it. I never use it indoors. I'm doing it outside. I've got a mask and there's a bit of wind going past. Now you need a good technique with the clear coat. Even though it's quite forgiving, you want smooth strokes over the surface, making sure you cover everywhere, and give it 15 minutes between each of the coats. And I'm going to give it 3 coats. And once it's gone off, it is really rock hard, but you do need to leave it at least a day before you try to start fitting it to your car, because you need a bit of force to get it on. And unless the clear coat's gone off absolutely entirely, you may mar it. But we're going to use a cloth to put it on as well to stop that happening. But yeah, use good long strokes to put the clear coat on, and don't hurry it. And as I say, do 2 or 3 coats, leaving a good 15 minutes between each coat. And don't worry if it looks a bit dull to start with. As it sets, it will go clear again, and so don't panic if it's looking a bit dull. It's the next day and both of the covers are perfectly dry. I left them out in the sun for a couple of hours as well. That really hardened them off. I'm putting a bit of washing up liquid or dish soap on the balls of the ball joints. Makes it a bit easier to push them together, and I'll be using a cloth as well, because even after 24 hours you can't be absolutely sure that the clear coat is fully hardened. So we'll push it together with a cloth. Makes it a lot easier anyway, not forcing any small part of it. And they go together really easy, just a couple of pushes and it's all together. Let's make sure that all 8 of them are joined together. And that's it. That's one on there. And on with the next one. Just as easy as the first one. With the washing up liquid, it really does help join the two together. It was an awful struggle getting them apart, but with the washing up liquid on there, no problem at all. And of course the washing up liquid will dry out and it won't be a lubricant after a day or so. Right, that one's on. The plastic mouldings for the wind deflector are handed. So there's a left one, it's got an L in the moulding, and there's the R for the right one. And that's when viewed from the back of the car. So we'll start with the left hand side. 2 torque screws, they're going into plastic. They are self-tappers, but they need to be nipped up pretty tight, otherwise the headrest will creak while you're driving. You don't want that. So I did up the top one quite loosely, do up the bottom one reasonably tight and go back to the first one. Also, after I did the right hand side, I went back to this one and tightened it up another half a turn or so. You really don't want these things to be creaking away as you're driving. It's really annoying. And once they're done up pretty tight, then fit the little rubbery plastic covers back on. And really, that's all there is to the job. And there you go. I love little jobs like this. And that MEPA 2K clear coat is just fantastic stuff. Such a brilliant shine on it. Yeah, I love doing little jobs like that. And the third brake light cover, which I did the other day. And it makes the car look so much better with the roof down. It really does. Anyway, put the thumbs up if you enjoyed that. And I'll see you in the next one.